Rafa from Just Club Jiu-Jitsu here. Today we're gonna learn how to do Omoplata from close guard. We got the close guard position. My partner here on top is in a very good defensive position, holding both hands on my drawstring, keeping his elbows in a very nice posture, so he's in a pretty good defensive position. I'm gonna grab both of his sleeves, right? So this grip here, always on the outside, okay? This is very important. I have to fold the end of the sleeve, keep my fingers on the outside. An inside grip is an illegal grip, okay? If you're doing a competition, you're gonna get a penalty for making an inside grip. So I always need to fold the end of the sleeve, keep my fingers on the outside, and try to keep your thumb on the outside. In a comp, if you put your thumb in, it should be fine, but technically you shouldn't do that. So just to avoid any problems, let's try to always keep our thumb on the outside. Okay. So first off, I'm gonna have to open my guard to start creating off balance. I'm gonna open my guard and I'm gonna twist my hips to one side, and I need to bring one knee in an inside position right here inside my partner's arm, right? And I'm stepping right here on his hip. So my left leg, my left knee is inside his biceps, and my left foot is stepping on his hip. My left leg now, I'm gonna use this to off balance Jake. So I'm gonna open my knee up to create this off balance. You see, once I do that, his elbow opens up and his posture is not as great as before. I'm gonna take advantage of that using my right leg. I need to rub right here the crease of my knee onto his lat muscle, and my goal is bringing this foot right here in front of his face, right there. Okay, so let's do this once again. Jake is in a very good defensive position inside the close guard. I'm gonna get my double sleeve grip. I open my guard, I twist to the side, I bring my knee inside position, stepping onto his hip. And I'm gonna use this knee to create this off balance on my partner, opening his elbow on the other side because he has this solid grip on my pants. So his elbow naturally is gonna open. The other leg, my right leg in this case, I'm gonna be rubbing right here, and my goal is bringing my foot right here in front of his face. And I'm gonna start stepping on the ground and doing a little hip escape right here, bringing him in this type of situation. Okay, so I need to make sure his hand is always on the near side, pretty much on my pocket. Okay, I don't want his hand on the opposite side. This omoplata is not gonna work. I need to make sure the hand is always over there. Okay, once I'm here, first thing I need to try to make a grip on his pants, on his belt right there, on his pants, anywhere you can make a grip. Okay, Jake's defense would be either doing a forward roll over his left shoulder, and then I could use this as a sweep and just come on top. Okay, I'm gonna apply a sweep. Let's go back to, or worse than that, he could just do a cartwheel over me and then side control over the other side. And then my omoplata would fail. Okay, so that's why it's important to have this grip here initially. All right, this grip, or either I can just have my arm up. That way, the arm up is gonna avoid the cartwheel. However, it doesn't avoid the forward roll. But if your intention is only sweep your partner, fine, you're still gonna get your points for sweeping. However, in Jiu-Jitsu, the final goal is always the submission. So let's try to make that grip there on the belt so we avoid the forward roll. However, sometimes you're not gonna be able to grab the belt. Just make sure keep this arm up so he's not gonna be able to do the cartwheel. And now my goal is bringing this arm over his waist on the opposite side. Okay, so to sit up from this type of situation here, either if I have this belt grip or I just have my arm up, I need to keep my legs together. I straighten them up, and then I'm gonna sit up right here in this situation. Okay, So let's just change the angle here, Jake. Right here. I'm sitting up, you see, I put his shoulder on the mat. Right away, my arm is gonna go over his waist. I'm hugging the far hip right there. I'm able to finish Jake over this position. However, if I do a small adjustment here and knock him over onto his hip, I'm gonna have a higher success rate in the submission. So to knock him over, what I have to do, I have to post my left hand on the ground, step my foot. Now I'm gonna hip escape out, and now with this right hand here, I just need to pull his hips down to the mat right here, okay? Now it's a lot harder for my partner to escape this omoplata. Both of my legs are gonna go into an S-mount position. My arm stays over the waist, and my goal is bringing my head right here over his far shoulder. As I raise my hips, twisting his arm. It's pretty much a Kimura motion using my legs. Right there. So let's do this just once again, the whole thing. Let's just do so here, double zip grip. I open my guard, I twist, knee inside, step on the hip, I break the balance, I shoot my omoplata. If I can't grab the belt, perfect, I need to cut my angle. So know it, that I start facing him now, I want my head facing the other way. So I can hip escape, and I want my center line in line with my partner's center line. That's my goal. Now to sit up, I'm gonna extend both of my legs as I sit up, and I'm going to have this arm over his waist. Step on the mat, hand on the mat, hip escape, knock him down. Here. Your legs go to S-mount position. Now my head goes onto his far shoulder. Have you recently started your BJJ journey and wanted to fast-track your learning process? Check out our free online beginners courses. It is a systematic and structured way to understand the basics of Jiu-Jitsu. Head down to chessclubjiujitsu.com.au/courses. It is absolutely free. Enjoy your learning.